At Usher 1F Collaborative, our mission is laser focused on funding medical research for a cure. But we don't maintain this focus for the sake of the science. Rather, it is for the people, for our families, friends, and those of us who are personally affected by this cruel disease.
The testings confirmed that I had retinitis pigmentosa, and therefore, because I was born deaf, it was suspected that I definitely had Usher syndrome. It was a very tough day for me. I was in tears, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, like I'm going to art school, like I don't want to give up becoming an artist. Also, I was driving all over places independently, and I didn't want to give up driving.
I was definitely angry. I was definitely feeling like it was super unfair because it's like, why did it have to be something that I was born with to prevent me from doing something that allows me to have independence? And
how can I access the campus? I'm always trying to plan that in advance, such as what's the best location for me? What do I need to be able to live safely?
to be frank, it basically kind of prevented me from being able to live where I want to live. I just really just hated I had to give up driving, but I knew that it was a smart thing to do.
I cannot take my children to the park alone without my husband because I can't find boys in the park. I can't guarantee their safety. I cannot take them to shopping. I'm struggling with my own navigating in the shopping, let alone to watch my boys at the same time. I always rely on my husband. Everything with hearing and the vision is not a very good feeling. And
we are who we choose to be, and personally, I choose to be abled, and that is why I want the cure. And
imagine being told you have to give up something that you took for granted for your whole life. Imagine being told you have to give up the thing you love the most because it's completely out of your control.
The reason why it's worth investing in the cure is because not only they would be making a difference in all of our lives, but also people living with rare genetic diseases. When one cure has been developed for, say, for example, gene therapy, then it can be translated to others. And I can foresee that there will be like a huge domino effect. And I would imagine that we would see gene therapy and other types of cure for rare diseases would become the norm.
What makes this group unique? It's really a laser focus on a cure. What also makes the collaborative unique, in my opinion, is focusing on the things that matter the absolute most in order to bring a cure about. We're not even a decade old, and we have animal models. We have first-class researchers working on this. The number one thing that we care about is speed to the clinic, to get this therapy into patients as soon as possible. And that is the next step here in the future of the Usher 1F Collaborative. These things require a lot of funding. Tonight is really not just hearing the stories that are extremely powerful, but also a call to action that the collaborative needs as much money as we can to go as fast as we can possibly go to get a cure. This is not a decade. This is the next half a decade, the next 2 to 5 years that we'll be able to test these therapies in actual Usher 1F patients. I know that even though I'm heavily involved in the foundation, based on the stories I heard tonight, I am ready to double my donation this year compared to previous years because I'm just really excited and also just emotionally moved by the things that I heard tonight. So I would ask you to consider, if you're already a donator, increase your donation if you can. If you haven't donated to the Usher 1F Collaborative, I think we've given you a lot of great reasons to start donating to the Usher 1F Collaborative. We don't waste your money.